using. Uh,
Yes,
eh, yep. So, yep. First observation is that on the macro, the RA macro that we're using, uh,
yes.
AI, because I checked uh the latest file that are being used, and I've seen that in one of the tabs wherein we import data from HKD and other currencies. Instead of
Yeah, yeah.
HKD, I saw a row button, so I'm not sure what that was.
Oh, yes. So, I updated it a little bit because I want to automate the Hong Kong dollar part as well. So originally, this will be the Hong Kong dollar sheet, which will include all P&L from all currencies and books that is relevant. But now I change it to raw, which is the same name as the PCP automation file. And then I will extract the data of Hong Kong dollar P&L related P&L to this sheet. So you can have a look here. So how I do the Hong Kong dollar P&L is firstly I extract all the P&L, no matter what currencies they're in, with a reporting P&L, daily reporting P&L, which is Hong Kong dollar, larger than 100 million, like positively or negatively. So you can see here all the P&L from all different currencies and books have, you know, positive or minus 100 P&L movement. And then I will match these P&L with each other. So you can see these two currencies are from the same portfolio and they also kind of net off each other because you can imagine them as a cross-currency swap. So we have a positive cash flow in one currency, and then we have a negative cash flow in another currency.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is like we pay and receive an amount in different currencies. So I kind of matched them here. So you can see after netting off is kind of small. So yeah, and then coming to this part is where the P&L does not net off with any other P&L because it's not like a cross-currency swap trade. So I was if start investigating from here to like verify if the P&L are correct. And then the logic is kind of complicated here. So maybe I will kind of walk you through how to do the Hong Kong dollar next time. And I'm also
Okay.
trying to do a like manual guide in PowerPoint later, like maybe today or like next week. So hopefully I can include more details on like what notified deal breaks are or what Saturday notified deals are. Yep. So
Okay.
yep, but today we will kind of focus on something called APH log. So let me try to open this one and also this one. So it's not a really hard, difficult task for this one. Yeah, it's quite simple. So but you will use a tool called Financial Portal FTP. So I think I did not ask you to apply for access because you did not use that in FTP, but I think you will need to apply for this one. later. So you can refer to the like access Excel files I sent you and try to
What
apply
was the name again? Sorry.
FTP.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And also like be careful, you need to also do something like change the Windows setting because you can't like I don't think you can use it in Windows 11. So you need to change the Windows setting here. And then okay. So let me introduce what APH and AMH are. So AMH, which stands for Asian Main House, is the like Hong Kong HSBC entity, and APH is another Hong Kong entity under HSBC. But unfortunately, I do not know the full name because Daniel did not really like tell me what is the full name of APH. So if we recap on what FTP does, so all FX exposures will from different business lines will go to FTP, and also different menu adjustments will also subsequently fall into FTP. So similarly, the FX exposures under AMH business lines will fall into FTP. And because we are doing a process called APH integration, so we want to like kind of include the FX exposures from the APH entity into our FTP as well. So is it clear to you?
Yep. For the APH, what's the main source again? Why are they not flowing in the FTP?
Yeah, so because there is a process called APH integration. So I guess the management wants to also be able to look at the APH P&L inclusively in the AMH P&L, like rather than just separating it, I guess. So yeah, but the difference is the FX exposures will not fall from APH will not fall into the retail accumulator of AMH. So if you look at the out refer interface, these position will not include the APH FX exposure. These only come from the AMH FX exposures. However, if we look at the P&L accounts, which I will show you on FTP later, will include the FX exposures or like the P&L of the APH entity. But the difference in the treatment is because we due to some risk regulation concern, so we don't want to manage the FX exposure on behalf of APH, but we want to see the P&L in our accounts. So
Okay.
yeah, so that's the reason why we need to do this action. And after it fall into the AMH P&L accounts, it will fall into something called GLL account, like which is one of the P&L accounts, but it is where the APH P&L will fall into. So it will fall into this GLL account. But unfortunately, because it is not separately represented in another P&L account, so we have to manually dig out what is the component uh of APH integration of what is the proportion of the APH have exposures. and then we will do a GRL adjustment every month end, which the APH entity will tell us how much F exposures will fall into the AMH P&L accounts. And then we will do some adjustment on the retail FX P&L, which is like kind of similar to the CNH and CNY adjustment you send out every day. So the GRR adjustment is also part of the adjustment we need for a retail FX P&L because we want to reflect the AMH retail FX P&L only rather than AMH plus APH retail FX P&L. So therefore, this is the objective of this task. We need to achieve like do a record, or like we need to do a bookkeeping on the GRL account to kind of estimate the GRL adjustment impact, etc. So I will demonstrate it to you now. So just stop me if you want to clarify anything. So how can I? Okay. So after you apply for the FTP access, you can go to the report tab. Yeah, I'm not sure why the picture is not coming up. Okay, never mind. So you go to the report tab and then you choose this EMQ welcome page. So EMQ is just like the ledger of HSBC. So if you want to look at any um balance sheet elements, so you can go to EMQ, which stands for enhanced managed query. So, but right now we will just look at so you choose this one here. And then you click online. So it will guide you to this interface. So you need to input some parameters, but I have it saved in my template and I will share with you later. But basically you choose these two. Okay. So after you select all these parameters, you need to change this one to T-1. So for today, we need to do the 20th. So on Monday, we'll do the Friday for one, which is 21st on next Monday. Is this? So yeah, so and then you can hit run, and then you click CSV, and then detail lines only. Then you can generate and export. So after this, you can go to the output table because I run it in the morning, so you can see there are different output, but you just choose the one, and then you can download it your computer. So maybe I use a new one to, yep. And then here, there's one thing you need to pay attention to. So, which is, we don't use the entire GRR account. We use some specific call center in the GR account to represent the APH FX PNL. So it's kind of abstract, but you can see. So you can use this automation too that um is available in my folder later if you can try running it yourself. So you can try to copy this to here, just copy it, and then you click filter and copy, and then it will help. What it does is basically helps you to get the following GL code and then cost center. So for example, I have to do it manually, then I have to like input this cost center and then also filter by this like filter this GL code and then also filter this cost center, and then I copy the result to the sheet, and then I have to keep doing it for seven like 6 times. So that would be very redundant. So this macro basically helps you to filter everything at once. So it filtered by these um criterias. You can ignore this yellow button here. It's just uh a practice. So just click the green button is okay. So for the test, you can see we have around 1000 entry filtered result versus there are around 9,000 result entries today. So and then you can basically go to the investigation tab. So you can try to do some parallel run like me. after you get the FTP access. So so up to here, is there anything you want to ask?
Uh, Just to clarify again, for the frequency, is this a daily process as well?
Yeah, it's also a daily process. Like because
And the,
yeah, every day you will sign up the CNY and CNH adjustment, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it is also a daily process similar to that. So every day I will send this one out in the daily DETR refill. So you respond to my email in the morning as well. And then at the end I will uh do the consolidation. Yep. So yeah. So you go to the EMQ report sheet and then you clear the selection. Okay, and then you will just copy and paste this one to here. And then make sure the formula is not interrupted. Yeah, so you just make sure it's all the way down. And then, oh, wait, I think I copied it wrong. Yeah, sorry. I think I need to copy this one. Yeah, so 1 second. Also make sure the formula is here, and then you just refresh the table here. Yep. And then if you refresh and then select all items. So this will be the GRL amount that you need to refer to. And then every morning I'll send out a GRL adjustment, which is something like this. Yep. So that's how you do the APH log. So yeah, and we also have an APH log here. So you basically put down the number on the column B. So I think that's what Diana wants you to learn right now, but is there any question up to now?
None so far. I now understand the figure that you're sending every day.
Yeah. So yeah, so at the end I'll put this figure into let me show you. So this is corresponding to, so I think in the future you will also do this. Or no, I'm not sure. But so this is what I would do at the end of the day, or like around 2 p.m. So after Patricia sent out their uh daily retail P&L around afternoon. Yep, this one. So you can see like she calculated the retail P&L for T minus one, so it's around negative 170K. So I need to kind of verify if everything is correct. So I will, let's wait a second. It's running. Yeah, so I have to do my part, which is to double check if the adjustment is correctly posted. So on the left side, it is what Patricia or Jane or Angie input based on, I'm not sure where they input this, but on the right side is what I would input every day. So basically, uh, these numbers come from these formulas here. So you copy and paste the formula. And then here I'll put down your CNY and CNH mark to market difference number. And then other one and other four is just like some balancing figure for adjustment, which is not really like always used. So for GRL is the cumulative GRL. So wait. So you can see, yeah, so you can see if I uh this number minus this number will equal this. So it's a cumulative number just like here. So all the GRL number in November will be this one, which is like this one. And we also have a backdated number here, which I think Diana will walk you through later. So yeah, so this is how we use the GRL number. So at the end, so if the control is okay, so oh, I didn't show you a bit. Yeah, so if everything is all right, then I will sign off these P&L. So for T-1, the P&L is negative 170K, and this number will be uploaded to PCP2 and signed off by the front office. Yep, I think that's all I can teach. Is there anything you want to know more?
Just to clarify, so after you do the check that you've shown the last check wherein you confirm the cumulative data of the GLR, that's when you advise that the retail data is good to go. Is that correct?
Yeah, so that GRL we pull out from the bigger GRL P&L is basically the APH P&L. So after pulling it out, we will obtain a number which is purely driven by the AMH P&L. Yeah, so
Got it.
yeah, this is one of the adjustment we need to take note of.
Yeah. So
So
so that
yeah,
now
yeah. So if there is nothing, so maybe we can call it a day.
very good training for today. I mean, everything is so clear. So maybe I can once I have all the necessary accesses for next week, I can also test if uh I can derive the same figures that you send every day, especially on the GLR. But yep,
Yes.
no other questions as of now.
Okay, okay. Thank you. So
Thank you, Michael.
thank you. Have a
I
great
hope you,
weekend.
yeah, hope you have a great weekend as well. Thank you. Bye
Yeah,
bye.
you too. Thank you. Bye.